It's futuristic editing Mikkel. I just wanted to come on here because the video you're watching, I'm just going to put out a disclaimer. Um, I'm still trying to figure out the camera and horrible sound quality, absolutely the worst. So we're trying it with the microphone, but we'll see how that goes. And then most of the footage that I have for this video that I took with this video was either in slow motion, fast motion, no sound, horrible sound quality, just the worst. Absolute worst. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I could have changed the settings if I don't even know how to change the settings. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm still trying to figure it out. So I just want to apologize. And we're going to do it in storytelling mode instead because that's what I got. So, love y'all. Thank you. Bear with me. Thanks.
Okay, update. So we've just been sitting here for, I want to say like close to an hour trying to figure it out.
Okay, so after we were figuring out what to do about my car situation where insurance wouldn't cover it, it'd be so much money out of my pocket. So I just opened my phone because I was like, this is dumb. Just need to change my hood. I'd already found the parts like on Amazon and super cheap, like $100 for all of them, other than the hood. And now the hood on Amazon was $600 for a black hood. And if I wanted it to be painted to match the rest of my car, that would be close to $1,000. I had no idea that car paint costs so much money painting. So I went on my phone. I just Googled it. First one. I'm not even kidding. Like godsend. I found on eBay the exact car in a junkyard, and they were selling parts, and in Houston. So literally, like normally it was about 45 minutes, but with horrible traffic, which is Houston traffic, it took about an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour. But we were fine with it because I was like, let's just like if we can replace the hood, get this done, be done with this. I can order the parts on Amazon. I can replace those. Done. Just because there wasn't really any like concern about frame damage, maybe a little bit, but it was still drivable. I had no check engine lights. My radiator was fine. So I pulled open my hood, we checked it and everything, and it looked fine. I didn't have any other issues. So it was mainly cosmetic, which to me, I don't care about cosmetic, but also I was a little embarrassed about having a car that hit a deer. So, anyways, so we called up the junkyard and they said, yeah, you can absolutely come pick it up from our junkyard. So they wanted $400 plus $300 for shipping. And so we said, can we just come pick it up? They said, yes, absolutely. Come down. Perfect. So we did the trip. It was really fun. It was a long drive, and Texas has had a heat wave, so it's been in the hundreds plus, 3-digit temperatures. So it was so hot. But we got there, got to the junkyard, and it was kind of like in a really ghetto area, kind of sketchy. It's any big city, you're gonna find nice areas and not so nice areas. And so we were a little sketched out, but it was okay. I'm really glad that Spencer came with me. And then we were gonna just pick up the hood, and the guy he said that he had just bought the business like 6 days ago, is what he said. Um, as soon as he found out like we were, dealing with insurance and stuff, like all of a sudden he didn't want us to buy the hood. He wanted to take care of the car. He could get it done in like a week. We just need to work with him. I don't know. It just made me feel so pushed. And the guy like separated Spencer and me and took him for a walk, and they went to talk about all the options. Came back and was like, yeah, like I could get it all done, like bring the car back today. and then you could just pay out of pocket and we can send a dispute to insurance, and then insurance could reimburse you, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Like, so finally, I just was like, we need to go talk about it, like without him, because every time like Spencer and I would try to talk about it, he would intervene. And so it was a little frustrating and very stressful for me, like being in kind of a confrontational situation, just where I felt like I didn't have a voice. And naturally, I have a really hard time like saying no to very aggressive people. It's people pleaser inside me. So I was really thankful that Spencer was like, we need to go talk about this outside. We'll come back after we've talked about it. So we went out, sat in his truck, talked about it, and I just was like, I just want to buy the hood, be done with this. So we go to buy the hood. Finally, we're just like, listen, we're just gonna buy the hood. It's all we're gonna do today. Anyways, so we go to buy the hood that was on eBay for $400. They're like, yeah, so it's going to be $750. I pulled it up and I was like, it says free pickup and it says $400. And so then he like got some other guy on the phone. So I'm like really frustrated by now because I'm just like, dude, like thought it would just be a straight transaction. We go to a junkyard, get the hood, leave, be on our way, be done. So then the guy goes, okay, the best I can do is $500, which at that point I was like, yes, done. Like, we'll take it. So we get the hood. Spencer had brought his truck, so we just carried it out. They were very nice, you know, very helpful, helped carry it out, everything. So that was fine. Both of us are kind of like exhausted, to be honest, like very exhausted from that whole like fiasco, like very emotionally draining, but also it was over 100 degrees. We're in this junkyard warehouse. Like I had a straight up Sula, like a sweaty upper lip alert, if you don't know what that means. We were very relieved to be done. Drove back, and then we were starving. Stopped at this place so cool. It's called the Food Deck, and they're storage containers, but they're restaurants. So it's kind of the idea of having like a bunch of like food trucks, but they're storage containers. So it's really cool, and we've been wanting to try them for a long time. We just never got around to it. And so there was a pho place. We love boba. We love like Vietnamese food. We love Thai food. We love just all kinds of food. And so we went, and Spencer really wanted pho, and I didn't know what I wanted, but I was like, yeah, like I want something fresh and yummy. So I got vermicelli bowl, which is like rice noodles, and you'll see it in the next footage that I show you. I did take it with my phone because my camera was, I think it was like out of battery or something. So we had really yummy food. We felt so good after. The place is so yummy. Like it was probably the best Vietnamese place I've ever been to. Period. For Spencer, it was a pretty close, like, because he's had homemade. He has a Vietnamese friend who made like homemade pho, and obviously, you can't beat that. You can't. After our delicious food, we ended up driving home, and it kind of cooled down a little bit, kind of, sort of. But we decided to just change the hood out. Might as well. Um, it was like ended up being a lot easier than I thought. There's only 4 bolts. Like for some reason I was like, we're gonna have to like take off like everything. No, 4 freaking bolts. Anyone can change a hood. So ended up being super easy. We have like our little mosquito dispenser, plus I have mosquito bracelets because when it's hot and humid, the mosquitoes are rampant. Like I get bit at least 10 times, and I think I'm allergic to the mosquitoes here. They're just built different, I swear. Because like they'll like swell up so big. And I won't even itch it, and they'll just swell up, and then just, yeah. Anyways. So it was easy. So relieved, so happy. We were absolutely exhausted. Ended up like just crashing because we were just so tired from the long day. Like we finally got it done. We finally got it fixed. So ended up being good. It just was a long emotional day. The next day, I was getting my windshield replaced, And that was such a long time coming. From driving in Utah, I think with just all the construction and everything, I had all these tiny microchips like on my windshield, literally look like sap. And trust me, I thought it was sap. I used like a razor blade to try to get it off, and no, they were microchips, millions, millions. But at golden hour or driving at night or anytime light would reflect, it was almost like you couldn't see through it because it would reflect off the little microchip. So it was pretty sketchy driving, and definitely would not recommend waiting as long as I did. I probably waited a good 3 years before getting a new windshield. So yeah, when I say long time coming, long time coming. And I had like this big long crack, which so weird, but in the crack, and I've never seen this before, but it had like water droplets inside the crack. It looked really, really cool. I'll see if I can post a picture. Um, but yeah, I don't know. And I was like freaking out because if we ever got a freeze, potentially that could just the windshield place. So we had the appointment at 12:30. We got there and they had the coolest waiting area, the coolest. So it was like a little storage container. It had been makeshift into this like really cool waiting area that had like a old school arcade game that had Pac-Man, Galactica, that kind of thing. They had a TV, they had popcorn machine, they had candy, they had puzzles. Like it was such a cool place. Like if someone has kids, like this would be the perfect place to go because they'd be totally entertained. Um, and so it was awesome. The 45 minutes that it took to get my windshield replaced um, just went by so fast because we were just having a good time. And driving with the new windshield, oh my gosh, it was almost like I know it's gonna sound super like over exaggerated, but I swear it's not. But both Spencer and I were just like it looked like there was nothing there. There was no crack, there was nothing. Like it looked like if I put my hand out, I would just reach right through the car. And it felt like looking in HD because there was nothing blocking the view. And so I just like it's taken me a little bit to get used to because driving 3 years with cracks and microchips, get used to them.
My new windshield, as best possibly can see on camera. Ooh, baby.
It's been good. It's been good. And then my Amazon order is coming soon, so I'll be able to replace everything and I'll be able to take off the blue stickers or tape that's holding the windshield. Um, but yeah, there you go.
Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. I just got to the gym. Spencer and I, so Spencer has to be at work like an hour early, so we decided get up an hour before that and hit the gym. Can't believe how busy the gym is at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, don't y'all sleep? It was so good. So I used to be such a night owl, like a nighttime person. I could stay up all night long. Um, but I've kind of become a morning person. And I think because you have to, like, when you have a 9 to 5 job and you've got to be there at a certain time. Yeah. So I usually, like, get up pretty early, but 5 o'clock or 4:30 is very early. So we're transitioning, which I think is good. Like, working out first thing in the morning is just, it's different, but it's so good. Like, it wakes your body up and gets you moving and kind of sets the tone for your day. So would recommend. Like, I'm so motivated. This has been so good. And so, anyways, gotta go into work. I will talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye. I hope everybody's Thursday was great. I'm so excited because Spencer and I are going to go see a movie tonight, have a little mini date night.